Something you used to see 20 years ago all the time.
Good 1-2 by Robinson. Lieja feels compelled to try to come back right away.
Good left jab, Robinson.
Left hook to the body by Lieja. He dug it deep. And right hand turns Robinson's head to the side. So again, even though Ivan is picking up the pace, James Leija lands the harder shots.
You gotta stop moving your face.
Okay. When he bends down, plant your feet and come up with a strong right upper. Okay? Look for those uppers.
You gotta do right up the knee with the left hook. And reverse it, step up the cut. You do all right, the finger with the left uppercut. The finger with the left. Now finish with the left.
Who wants it? I do.
All right, then go out there and get it, man. Come on.
Knew you didn't say so.
You got to work. Seconds out. Let's go.
Here's another look at a counter, Larry.
Leija with his shorter arms follows through with everything he has. Clean shots.
Total in round 4, Robinson threw 106 punches. He's building the tempo to try to make a statement, but he only landed 17. And Leija's 29 landed punches included 27 power shots, like that right hand that momentarily froze Robinson right there. Look at the triple left hook, upstairs and downstairs by James Leija. Fighting brilliantly tonight.
Well, there's urgency in what Robinson is doing now. He knows he's behind in the fight and that he has to put Leija back on his heels a little bit. But he is not a big puncher, never has been.
You saw between rounds Leija's excellent cut man, Joe Souza, working on an abrasion which is developing on Leija's right eyelid and by the side of his eye. There's no blood there yet, but it has turned red. Ivan Robinson went through 2 brutal wars with Arturo Gatti and never cut or swelled up. So you don't expect to see his face marked unless something really unusual happens.
Robinson's claim to fame is he's tough, which means he can take a beating and keep coming. You don't want that kind of fame.
Well, he doesn't have the hard punching that has often been associated with outstanding Philadelphia fighters, but he certainly has the ring savvy, the work ethic, the knowledge of what to do in there, and he loves to fight.
He's tough. He's taking some hard body blows there.
You're watching,
some on top.
You're watching 2 fighters who represent some of the deepest pools of prize fighting talent in America. Robinson from the urban Northeast, particularly Philadelphia, and Leija from all those great Mexican-American fighters in the Southwest and all the way through Southern California. That's why they are such good professional prize fighters.
Because they grew up in the gym with good fighters. They've had outstanding learning experiences from the time they were early teenagers. And as Larry pointed out, both of their fathers trained them to fight. Pace slowing a little bit here now in the 5th round.
Robinson is starting to go his back to the ropes now. That's something we didn't see early on. Doesn't want any more of the middle of the ring anymore. He decided, I've had enough of the middle.
So Leija has made his statement successfully with the counter-punching in the middle of the ring.
That's right. Robinson, he wanted to get away.
Still to come tonight. Earlier we showed you Lennox Lewis in his dressing room as he relaxed and gave us the little hand signal to let us know that he wasn't asleep. There's the Tua man, David Tua, as he prepares for the title shot for which he has been sitting and waiting for the better part of 2 years. Tua was in position for the title shot after beating Hasim Rahman in December 2 years ago, and over the course of the last couple of years he's been more or less in cruise control, waiting for the business of the sport to turn his way. Tonight, it's finally happened.
Come on, up your legs up. They will turn them on. Turn them legs on. In and out, angles. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Combinations. Make it simple. Make it simple and be smart. All right, Doc?
Once again, the fight is scheduled for 10, not 12. So we're halfway through now as we go to round number 6. And CompuBox numbers show that Jesse James Leija has landed an average of 12 more power punches per round than his opponent Ivan Robinson. Robinson has focused mostly on the jab. It hasn't been enough to keep Leija off or to give Robinson tactical control of the fight.
I have a question for you, George. You think that fans would rather see the kind of fights we have just seen as in the undercards of big events, or some of the circus fights we sometimes see, like Butterbean and women fights, or minor champions against outmatched opponents? Do you think they're really appreciating what they're seeing here?
I think not at all. For an audience like we're seeing today, who occasionally tune in or occasionally go to a boxing match, you can ask them to bring on Butterbean. You're looking for the circus. This is a skillful fight, and if you're not careful, let's just get it in the way of the show.
So you think there's a dwindling audience for this kind of good, hardcore, professional stuff? And
there are audiences, but they're true boxing fans. The old Silver Slipper days.
I got you. Hold on.
ESPNs, and on a night like this, bring on the clowns.
I got you. Well, and you know, the manifestation of that will be the entrances that we'll see for the championship fight. Because both fighters now have elaborate, theatrical, Broadway show-type ring entrances, which will take up a lot of time as they get ready to come into the ring.
Well, I'm all for that, but you know, I guess I'd be classified as something of a purist, because I'd rather see these guys make the money and have the winner have a chance to move on to another good fight than see non-professionals or semi-professionals make the same amount of money.
I like this also. But,
well, in terms of action, this is the kind of fight that has typified HBO's Boxing After Dark series. Now, of course, Boxing After Dark was begun largely as a vehicle to showcase younger fighters on the way up, but occasionally veterans have been there to put on precisely this kind of relatively even-matched, high-action show. And these guys are fighting like a couple of young prospects now, particularly Jesse James Leija.
Boxing After Dark would have featured a lot of these bouts. Boxing After Dark would have been long gone. It would be after Bout. Boxing After Bout. These are great fighters. They're skillful. You're not going to find any better fighters.
There's a little nick on the side of Robinson's left eye. Little welt, some blood.
Yeah, that's right. Near the edge of the temple, not really close to the eye. See there, it's a good inch away from the edge of the eye.
How you feel, man? Good.
Just as I tell you that Robinson doesn't offer mark, he's marked.
Stay in the center. All right. You got to lead first. Don't wait for this guy to lead at you. Okay. Take a deep breath. Breathe deep. Breathe deep. Good. Listen, Ivan. I'm telling you, you know where we at? We in Las Vegas. I know. You got to work. Work. I'm telling you.
Don't let him slice you up here, okay? You're on the pretty much control. You gotta keep him back. Keep pushing.
You go with every uppercut. And only to move to the side.
Put some pressure on him.
Side stepping. And right in the head.
Don't forget me.
Seconds out. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Seconds out.
They have fought through 6 of a scheduled 10 rounds.
Here we go.
As we go to the 7th, and I believe Harold Letterman gave each of the first 5 rounds to Jesse James Leija. How you got it through 6, Harold?
Okay, Jim, I did. I got it 5 rounds to 159-55. Jesse James Leija. Jimmy, Ivan Robinson knife just closely, and I mean closely, outboxed Jesse James Leija in the 6th. But other than that, Jesse James Leija, I still think is countering beautifully. He moves in, he waits for Robinson to jab, and then he whacks him with a power punch. And Leija coming forward is a good puncher. So, based on clean punching, on the hardest shots, Jesse James Leija, 59-55.